Oh, good morning. Good morning. Monday morning. I don't know, maybe somewhere around 23rd of June. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. But I just pondered what these liberals and socialists are doing. You know, maybe I concentrate more on them and what I should be concentrating more on what's actually honest and truthful and decent. But you know, I see this garbage go on that these people are upholding, and it's pitiful. They're playing a Marxist handbook to the hilt. If you'll watch these people, they are backing godless immorality continually. Continually, people. Listen, you just gotta look. You just gotta look. Pay attention. Pay attention. Quit trying to serve your opinion. Look at something with an inquisitive mind that wants to know truth and honor. Don't try to satisfy your opinion. Okay? Your opinion will lie to you, because if your opinion is not based upon truth and honor, it'll lie to you. And you know, that's just like people say the heart will never lead you wrong. That's garbage. If you don't know the difference between right and wrong, your heart will friggin' screw you, son. It'll screw you. Look, watch this political thing going on. Well, they want to call it political. It's no more political, people. It's not political anymore. This is right versus wrong. It quit being political. It was political for a lot of years. When Obama got in office, these people willfully followed the deceptions of Islam and socialism. They got in behind it, put everything they had in it. You have to realize that. They put everything they had into liberal thinking, godless, immoral thinking, and into Islamic thinking. All of a sudden, everything was racist, everything was this, everything. You know, there's people want to say, well, let's just quit this and move on. We can't quit this and move on. We can't. If you do, it'll never end. It has to be settled, people. Truth and honor has to come out on top, or it will never be settled. You'll never have another day of justice. You'll never have another day of truth and honor from your government. It cannot move on. It's got to be settled. It's got to be settled. The lies have got to come forward, and we've got to know who it is, and we've got to shut them down. You cannot move on. If you try to move on, people, injustice will be the end. Injustice will be the end. Listen. With the agenda, the talking points of liberals and socialists, there will be no good end. There is nothing good will come out of them running things. There will be no good end. Their talking points are lies. They are fake. They are created. Just like the dossier against Trump, it was created. It was a lie. The man that wrote it said it was a lie. Said it couldn't be verified. Okay? Christopher Steele done the dossier on the Trump-Russia collusion thingy, said himself that it cannot be verified. Now, where is all this 3.5 years of garbage, or 3 years of garbage? Where's all this? What's keeping this alive? Lies are keeping it alive. You know, it's crazy. They created a lie. Then they got an investigation started on the lie. Then they claim that Trump interfered with the investigation that was created by the lie, and Trump interfered. He stopped justice. In their words, all he's interfering with justice. He's interfering with an investigation. Obstruction. Obstruction of what? Obstruction of their lie. I mean, and sadly, a lot of you people still follow them. That's what's, geez, man. There is no good end to the liberals and the socialists being in power. You have to realize that. There is no good end to liberalism and socialism being in power. You know, I was brushing my teeth there a while ago. It may not look, I do try to brush them. I brush them 2 or 3 times a day, but for whatever reason, it don't seem to help. But it makes my mouth feel better. But I was in there brushing my teeth, and I was thinking, you know, I ordered a boat license. I got my dad's little John boat, and, you know, I put a couple seats on it my son-in-law had given me, and I took off his boat and put him some better seats on. I got his old seats. I put them on my boat. But I haven't had a license for, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 years. 3 or 4 years. But anyway, I ordered my license and for the boat, and you know, I'd got my brother passed. One of my brothers passed in August of last year. I got his old 94 Ford out there, and I got something to haul the boat on. So I'm, you know, I get licensed for the boat and for the truck both, so I can go fishing. We get them ordered. The truck license come in, but the boat license never did. They're paid for. I've got the receipt where they was ordered. The woman that ordered them at this license service, she brings it up on the internet and says, well, they're active. Your license are active. You can, you know, she said, I can print you out a copy of that. Maybe you can drive on it. Maybe you can run your boat on that. You know, put the boat on the water with license and boat motor and this stuff. It's a small boat. But, you know, then I call her, and I call Fish and Game, and they said, well, you'll probably have to get a duplicate. Well, you have to pay for a duplicate. They want me to pay for something that I've already paid for. This is my point. Now listen to me. This is my point. You have a government office. They try to be fair, but this is the thing. I'm a taxpayer. Well, I'm on Social Security now. I'm 62, and my income is limited. I have already paid for a boat license, but now they want me to pay for a duplicate license to get my boat legal. They want me to put out more money so they can feel comfortable the way things are going. Basically, that's what it means. They want the peon to put out another $10, $20. You know, I don't like that. Don't like it at all. You know, it doesn't cost these people anything. The office runs it. It doesn't cost the people that run it, that operate in the office. It doesn't cost them anything, but yet they want me to pay for more after I've already paid for it. I'm just making a point. Okay? I'm just making a point. You have to watch the power of your government. The power of your government will dictate itself on you if it gets by with it. It'll dictate itself on you if it gets by with it. Okay? Now, if I didn't have a receipt and I didn't have the printed copy that my license were activated, it'd be different. Then I could not prove that I had the license ordered. You know, it'd be different. But see, I can prove that the license were ordered. I can prove, I haven't got the printed thing, but the woman told me to come by her office. She'd give me, she'd print off the thing that says my license are active. If I couldn't prove it, it'd be different. But I can prove it. Okay? But yet, they want me to put out more money. You know, they say, I called them, they say the license were, they were printed out and sent out, but I haven't received them. It's been 6 weeks now, somewhere around there. The best part of the fishing is gone, and you know, I don't know, but just making a point. Just making a point. It's easier for the peons. It's easier for the peons to pay more than it is for the officers to correct something. Okay? That's what you got to watch. You know, I'm not trying to say these people are socialist. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying you have to watch the power of your government. They don't pay for anything. Those officers pay for nothing. But yet, they want to dictate, and if they come up short, you pay for it again. That's socialism, people. You cannot expect anything out of these offices. If you ask them for something, they're going to demand of you. That's what, you know, Bernie Sanders and all these friggin' Democrats up here, these liberals and socialists, they're up here screaming free health care and all this. They ain't no friggin' health care free people. Right? It's as free as it's going to get right now. You hear me? It's as free as it is going to get right now. There are laws on the books that says if you have something wrong with you and you need emergency assistance, you can go to the emergency room, and they are by law required to serve you, to help you, to treat you. Granted, there are circumstances that don't get answered in that way. You know, that's like my daughter. I got a daughter that's she's on Social Security. She went on SSI when she was 15. She has lupus. She's dealt with lupus, arthritis, and a touch of lupus nephritis a couple times through the years. But see, she married a young man, and he has a cardiac problem, issues. And they're both on Social Security. Well, when they got the little insurance, or not insurance, but Social Security hike back about 3 months ago, they canceled my daughter's medical insurance. Just cut it off. Said, you're over the limit. Now she has a flare-up or something or another, and they say her kidneys are only functioning about 50%. But she doesn't have the finances. The wife and I is doing what we can do, and I'm limited in what I can spend, and to try to help her out and try to get labs and medicine and whatever, just try to help them. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's pitiful. It really is. But you got these politicians, they're liberals, they're socialist people. Liberalism and socialism there's no good ends to these people thinking. Their thinking is godless, immoral thinking. You know, if you go to the Bible, Isaiah 32, 5-8, it'll tell you what a liberal and the fool, the person that says there is no God, talks about them being the churl or the fool, says they're vile. It says they will do villainy. Okay? They will do villainy. But says they get their support by the vile people that support them, and then they scratch the butt of the vile that supports them. The vile that are getting supported, they support the other. Just a big circle of villainy. Basically what it adds up to. And but There are no good ends to liberal thinking. To socialist thinking, people, there's no good ends. I was thinking in there also when I was brushing my teeth. There's a news contributor on Fox. He is Sebastian Zorba, I think is his name. He's English, but he left England, come to America to take on American citizenship. But he said, I heard him here. It's been about 2 weeks ago, maybe something like that. I was listening to him, or they were interviewing him, and he said, I left socialist England a few years ago. He said, I left socialist England. England had gotten to the point that socialism was the rule in England. He left him. He come to America because he wants to be free. He wants to be free. He comes to America because America is still free. But then during this interview, they're talking to him, and he says, I see taking place in America today the very thing that I left in England a few years back. The very thing I wanted to get away from in England, he said, these liberals and socialists are trying to set it up in America. Not good. Not good. Okay? There is no good end to liberal socialist thinking. It's godless, immoral attitude with power. People, stay away from it. Listen, look at the Obama years. I mean, we've seen this stuff earlier through the years. I remember Ronald Reagan. He was governor of California, and there was a college professor from Berkeley in Reagan's office or something one day. He's talking to him, and Reagan got tired of listening to the friggin' liberal pervert and says, you're old enough to know better. Reagan tells that professor, a college professor, a know-it-all college professor, Reagan tells him, you're old enough to know better. And Reagan gets up and leaves the room, man. He's pissed. It's friggin' man teaching a college. Teaching in a college, in there arguing some kind of trash with a governor. You're old enough to know better. And he leaves. See, Obama is he's not the main culprit of everything, but he chose to be the face of trash. Okay? He chose to be the face of liberal, socialist, Islamic trash. He chose to be the face of lie. He chose to be the face of deception. He chose to be the face of treachery. He chose it, people. You may think I hate Obama. I do not hate Obama. Obama is I'm just going to put it in a nutshell. Obama is a fool that believed the lie of the devil. And we've all come short. We've all done our little ignorant thing in the past. We've all been down the road of ignorance at one point or another. So it's not as if I hate him or this or that. But listen, Obama chose to be the face of deception and treachery in America. And his garbage is still being portrayed on the Democratic, socialist, liberal thinking perverts. It's still being portrayed. When he left office, he said, I'm not running for office or whatever, but he said my policies are still on the table. He wasn't lying. Your Democratic Party is a sewer. It's a sewer of socialist liberal thinking. Now I'm going to tell you something. I've told this before, but I'm going to tell you again so you'll know. Liberal thinking carries the seed of anarchy and chaos. It carries the seed of anarchy and chaos. For those of you who don't realize it, anarchy and chaos are they're full of, the word leaves me, I just thought of it. They're full of disruption. They're full of corruption. They're full of things that cause division and strife. Division and strife, anarchy and chaos, They're like they're plaid. They're like plaid, man. They just fit. They just fit. Okay? Liberalism carries the seed of anarchy and chaos. There is no good end to the thinking of liberals and socialists. I may put some of them on there when I do this video or put it out. Chelsea Handler and age another one or two says, "Oh, my life has been miserable." One of them, I was just reading them this morning. One of them said, because of Trump, I'm having to see a psychiatrist. Another one says, I forget what all they say. They said, "Oh, the share, there's a bunch of God, bunches of freaking God." So help me, the minds of these people. The only way I can try to describe this or explain this to you, these people, you know, I remember when I was a kid, you know, you've heard of the little game jacks. You got the little rubber bouncy balls, and you got these 10 little old star-shaped type thingies called jacks, and you take and you throw these things out, you know, in front of you, and you gotta pitch the ball up, and it has to hit the ground and bounce up again, and you gotta catch it. But while it's going down, it bouncing back up, you gotta reach and grab so many jacks or something. I think 1, 2, whatever. I don't know. I think that's what it is. You got to bet 1 jack, then 2 jacks. You keep throwing the ball, you know. But anyway, these people, this AOC and so Iman and some others, and these liberals and socialists and things, so help me, they remind me of people. I mean, I just get this in your mind. They make me think of people trying to play jacks in tall grass. It's literally stupidity. People trying to throw a ball up and grab around through tall grass to pick these little jacks up, wait for that ball to bounce, knowing good and well it ain't going to bounce, it's going to hit that tall grass, and it's going to hit the ground. But yet they're ignorant enough to keep throwing that ball up. You know, it is nuts. It's nuts. These liberals and socialists, these Democrats and stuff, they're nuts, man. They're friggin' nuts. They're nuts. The garbage is coming off of these people's lips today. Plum poop hole correct stupid, son. They're nuts. Poop hole stupid. But yet it continues. Yeah, but he obstructed justice, sir. We was trying to get answers. He's trying to obstruct justice. Hey, justice, where's justice going to be served? Or how can justice possibly be served through a lie that they created? Where's the justice in it? There's no justice in that. What's going on? What's going on? We hear of another. Elijah Cummings. His wife has this. This charity thing going on, and we find out that she's funneled hundreds of thousands of dollars from that charity into her bankroll or something. That's the reason all this is going on. We're finding names are popping up. Names are popping up. These Democrats, these liberals, these godless, immoral, villainous, vile thinkers. Listen to me. These godless, immoral, villainous, vile thinkers are in trouble. They are in trouble. Trump cannot continue in office and justice be served. If it is, they are in trouble. That's the reason all this is going on. That's the reason the Mueller probe come up with nothing. But yet, these Democrats are still playing the game. All we're going to investigate. More needs to be done. Mueller had he had questioned, subpoenaed around 500 people, was it? A bunch of people. Listen, we're seeing the reports now. The things that went on that they said they know now, that Mueller knew there was no collusion when he started this. He knew it. He knew there was no collusion, but yet it went on for what, 22 months? I seen something a few months ago. They said he knew 6-8 months back there was nothing. But now we're seeing things he knew when it started. There was no collusion. He'd already found that out. But the Democrats can't stop, people. They can't stop. They're in trouble. They're in trouble. The DNC and the Clintons paid $9 million for a big lie called the Steele dossier. They're in trouble. They're in trouble. They broke a law by spying on Trump's campaign. And now they're digging up. They even got back in there now. They're digging into Hillary's emails and stuff. They found out now that more people were involved. FBI, DOJ, CIA, and IRS. There are more people involved in these government agencies working against the rights of American citizens. More and more names, man, popping up. They're in trouble. Van Jones, CNN. Glenn Beck showed the video when he was on Fox. Glenn showed a video, Van Jones talking to some people. He said, we will either win or be crushed. What was you up to, Van? What'd you have your little fingers into, Van? Who all was with you, Van? What was going on, Van? More and more names popping up. In trouble. Broke the law. A lot of garbage went on. The Obama years were years of crime and shame and disgrace. Obama chose that. He chose that. He chose that. And they chose to follow. Monday morning. Supposed to be a little sunny, part cloudy this morning. I think they're talking maybe chance of scattered thunderstorms this afternoon sometime or this evening. I hope so. I want to catch me some bait. Catch me some night crawlers. You know, you do better catching these old big long worms this long, you know, when the ground's wet, you know, and stuff. You do better. Went out here about 3 or 4 days ago. Yeah. And on night crawlers, caught one little, let's see, I caught 2 small bass and about a 15-inch cat, and I didn't catch any more. I turned the bass loose anyway, but I was wanting to keep the catfish, and in case it caught me another one about that size, I'd have me a good mess of catfish. But I didn't catch any more, so I went ahead and turned that one loose too. He's swimming off, great shape when he left. But I'll get me some more night crawlers. Have a good day. You know, people, you've got to face the truth. You can't look at this, what you might call the political arena. You cannot look at that now and call it politics. Don't be a fool. Don't be foolish. It is no longer politics. This is no longer politics. This is right versus wrong. God versus Satan. Good versus evil. Like it or not, that's what it is. That's what it is. This is no longer politics. These people that are coming out screaming America was never great, America was never all this, never this, they're godless, immoral perverts. They're perverts, people. They're perverts. Until you realize it, they will continue to piss on you. They're pissing on you every friggin' day. Every day. Until you realize they're perverts doing you wrong. Wake up. Wake up.